Hey everybody, I just wanted to take 5 minutes to answer your questions about the upcoming UTC Saturday, October 15th. Some of you asked questions about the UTC manual. So this is the UTC manual, and you'll notice that it's, full color, beautiful, 200 something pages. Yes, I'll reference things in the manual, but the point of these 40-day challenges is to take specific topics within the manual itself and branch out. Remember, the manual is just the cliff notes. Yes, it's 200 pages of information. You would think, wow, everything he would ever want to say would want to be in there. Wrong. These are huge topics, and the point of the challenge, these 40-day challenges, is to branch off of these topics so that you can really appreciate and learn how important it is to implement certain strategies, really habits into your life, so that you can be a happier, healthier person. The topics we're going to cover in the 40-day challenge, this one is going to be hormones. That will be the premier topic. Why? Because when it comes to weight loss, how you lose weight matters. So everybody wants to lose fat and keep muscle. That, I assure you, is going to be primarily the job of hormones and understanding how hormones work. Why does a woman's body look so different than a man in terms of how they store fat? Why do women store way more fat than men? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with hormones. We have genetic things that have to do with hormones, but then we also have things that we can do to manipulate hormones. For example, when you exercise, it manipulates hormones. When you sleep, it manipulates hormones. Or when you don't sleep, it manipulates hormones. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of things that will help you optimize your hormones so that you actually look better when you do lose weight. So the benefit of the biggest benefit you can get for your health is always weight loss. But when we do ultimate transformation challenges, we're trying to get our bodies to look the way we want them to look, right? We want to look our best. That's the point of these 40-day challenges. We take these topics and we go, okay, let's talk more specifically about X, Y, Z. So it's going to be hormones is going to be the premier topic. And then under that, it's going to be digestion in the context of hormones, organs and their functions in the context of hormones. And that conversation is going to be very interesting. And I assure you, enlightening for many of you. Joints, muscles, tendons, ligaments in terms of pain. We're going to talk about how pain arises in these areas, what to do about them, most importantly, meaning how to get yourself out of pain. I'm going to show you guys sort of physical therapy stuff that is super beneficial for most of you that deal with foot, ankle, knee, hip, whatever it is, issues, because it is absolutely critical that you move yourself out of pain. It is not okay to stay in pain. There's like a mental illness that people have when it comes to pain. They feel like they almost like need to live with it for some reason. The average person does not have the sense of urgency to get themselves out of pain. And before you know it, they're in pain all the time. Their body starts to compensate in other ways. Calcium gets laid down. And then before you know it, there is a point of no return, just like an organ function, right? Yes, your liver will regenerate, for example, but if it gets so bad, right? If the cirrhosis is so bad, eventually your liver won't recover. Your kidneys will never recover. Same thing with like your joints. Eventually they can get so bad that you need a knee replacement or hip replacement. We're trying to make sure that the attitude is if you invest now, you don't have to do this stupid stuff later. I assure you, once you get past 50, everything gets exponentially harder. This cellular senescence, the aging process is accelerated in your 50s and goes faster and faster and faster as you get older. So you may be able to get away with it now when you're 30, 40. And as you get into your 50s, you start going, man, things are so much harder. Well, there's a reason for that. We're going to talk about sleep. We're going to talk about breathing, again, in ways that we have not talked about sleeping or breathing in the past. I know this is a massive topic that I've covered in previous UTCs, but there is emerging research that I want to share with you guys. We always want to stay on the cusp of the greatest stuff coming out and, more importantly, implementing them. So it's about taking information, and this is the context of hormones for weight loss. The whole point is to lose weight, to look your best, These subtopics that are not in the manual, that are in the manual are going to be broken out and explained in more detail. I will certainly explain the most important things that you need to understand in that first seminar in the UTC. I'm going to go through the first seminar and say, hey guys, remember, these are the things that you need to make sure you're doing if we want to lose weight. We're going to talk about the core principles of the UTC, and then I will break out these subtopics. Okay, so hopefully that answers your questions, and if you have more questions, ask, but I hope to have you guys on board on Saturday, October 15th. That's this Saturday. All right, guys, have a great rest of the